Rich here. For those who don't know me, I'm a novice guitarist, as you just witnessed and heard. So, we've all had a guitar, haven't we, that we sold and wish we hadn't have sold. Now, I've had 123 guitars. And of those 123, how many have I sold and wish I hadn't sold? Probably quite a few. Although I don't get attached too easily, admittedly. But a couple of things. It's good to have people around you to say, hang on a minute, are you sure? So, if you haven't got a guitar buddy or a guitar friend, maybe find one. or use yourself and look in the mirror. The Game Dane, bless him, and Mala Sampson as well, and some other people on my channel very kindly try and help me see the voice of reason, especially the Game Dane. He's probably my first subscriber from a long time ago. Hey, Carsten. And we message a lot on Messenger about guitars, and he's forever despairing at my chop and change and thought process. So, yes, get yourself a guitar buddy if you can to see it through different eyes. The other one, and I'm really guilty of this, and I've just pulled myself back as far as this guitar is concerned. Get a guitar, especially if it's a used one. Maybe it's a bit mucky, maybe it's not set up quite right. Maybe your expectation was a bit higher than what you've received. And you get it and you think, yeah, I don't know. And you decide to sell it on, which is what I was doing with this one. It was in the process of being sold, actually. But then I'm thinking, well, my Squier Strat, my FSR Classic Vibe, which no, I'm not going to sell for those out there. Amazingly. This is now the new Savannah, this Squier Strat. It needs a name. Can somebody give her a name for me? Yeah, if you haven't seen her before, here she is in all of her glory. It's an FSR in a beautiful buttercream kind of colour. It's also a custom shop. It's got a mint green, got a little plastic thing on the back. The rest of it's white. It was all supposed to be mint green. Anyway, love that guitar. Sounds amazing. Needs a name. Anyway, it's not about that. It's about this. So I was going to sell this, and then I'm like, oh, do you know what? I need a humbucker guitar. I can't get around it. I need a humbucker guitar. The Classic Vibe Deluxe Telly I've got is not really for me. Weighs a ton and don't know, it's just not right. But I do need a humbucker guitar, and I've got this. So I was thinking, what can I was trolling the bloody online forever, as you do. And I thought, well, I've still got this and I haven't sold it. So I've messaged Carsten a bit, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. So anyway, I've just taken the old strings off. I've polished the frets on it. Can you see those polished frets? Why don't I take the strap off instead of strangling myself? I don't know. I'll strangle myself. I've polished the frets. I'll put some lemon oil on the fretboard. The volume knob was on straight, so when you wound it up and down, it kind of went whoop and down on the piss. Excuse language. When I was doing my head in. So I've reseated that. I've put 10s on it instead of 9s, which I prefer, which has it's brought the action up a tiny bit. No big deal. Giving it a good clean up. And I'm like, yeah, yes, just keep this rich. I'm not ordinarily into 24 fret guitars, that's one thing, but it's a total break, isn't it, from my Classic Vibe. It's something completely different. I do like the sound of the pickups. I've dropped them down a little bit. They've got the right kind of grunt for when I want to do humbuckery things. And that's my main music type, but it's now got those. And as you'll know with these are Ibanez, you've still got a 5-position switch, so I've got a load of things on there, but still got other tones. You've still got other tones you can get off here. The tone knob works pretty well. It's so light. It's really comfortable. You know, it's a skinny Ibanez. It's an RGA. Got the belly cut on it, so it's really nice to play. And the fretboard, which is super flat, it's a Wizard 3, totally different as well. And I'm thinking that might help me when I'm practicing scales, which I do all the time. Speed up a little bit and be a bit quicker and be a bit easier, because this neck's thin this way around. So it's given me everything I want, and I was going to get rid of it, and now I'm not. I got it for a good price, so it hasn't cost me a fortune. It hasn't got too many dings or anything on it. It's in good nick. So the moral of the story is, if you get a guitar and think, me, have a chat to your guitar buddy, voice of reason, and give it just a bit more time. Play it a little bit more, and give it a restring, give it a little bit of love, and then think about it, because there can always be a guitar that got away. And I've had plenty of those, but not this one. I mean, I know it's only a mid-range, well, it's a budget one really, isn't it? For £340 new, these are. But the tuners are better than the ones I've had on Jackson's. They seem fine. The nuts actually cut really well, which is unlike Ibanez, and there's no sharp fret ends, also unlike Ibanez in my experience of them on this end, low kind of range. Great guitar, keep it. So, Guitar Buddy, play it a little bit more before you make a rash decision. Get some new strings and give it some love. That's it. That is it. Right, I'll see you again soon.